just kind of want, can everybody see my screen? All right,
No.
so I'm in Scott's actual transaction desk. I'm just gonna show you real quick. So everybody should look at this program like your digital office, right? Like a filing cabinet. So transaction desk, the Lone Wolf front office is your digital office platform, controlling your customer relationships, controlling your website, um, controlling your ads, controlling all of the back end of your business. This is transaction. This is more like a filing cabinet, and that's how we should look at it, right? So instead of having a big old filing cabinet in your office, you have transaction desk. So I'm going to pull up into one of Scott's recent transactions here. He labeled it Lisa 8181 Northwest 67th. You can label it however you like. If you want to label your clients by name, that's perfectly fine. I prefer address. If it was me, I would do everything by address. Obviously, when you search in here, even if you label it by name or do a search by address, whatever you put in here, the name or the address in the actual search engine, it's going to pull up the file for you. So this particular one just closed. We're going to click on this one. We're going to go in transaction. Remember in the beginning, it asks you for a template. We set up our template. We have our checklist items here. So if you look to the right, there's your checklist column. So we're going to actually open this checklist. In here shows us all the documents. So if it were me in my practice, I would literally upload everything I have to this file, right? So if you get, and the reason why appraisal is not mandatory is because we don't always get a copy of the appraisal, on the agent side. If you have a copy of the appraisal, why not throw it in here for you later on, right? Because you're going to have access to this file for infinity. So you can always come back to this file. You can always come back and see the appraisal. You can always come back, like if this particular person, maybe you're going to represent the buyer later on and you want to come back and see the documents that you had, you have access to these. It's just like a filing cabinet. So this particular transaction, 8181 Northwest 67th, Scott's listing, you can see here, he uploaded the appraisal because he had a copy of it. He uploaded the as-is purchase contract because he had a copy of it. He had the escrow letter because he had a copy of it. If there's any extra addendums, you can upload them here as well. It's not mandatory because not every transaction you're going to have that, right? The fully executed HUD will be Scott's responsibility. He'll be uploading that at the end, but it'll be in here later on as well. So you can go back and reference it if later on, you want to see who closed this transaction or you want to go back to this transaction for reference. Mandatory, the listing agreement, that's uploaded. MLS printout, that's been uploaded. Pre-approval letter has been uploaded. Seller's disclosure, there wasn't one particularly on this house, but if there is, you can attach it here. Tax roll, uploaded. So for me, what I would do is as I'm getting these documents, I would just upload them here for my reference too, right? So instead of keeping a filing cabinet, all right, it's a listing. So I have the listing agreement. I'm going to upload the listing agreement, the fully executed one. I'm going to throw it in there. If I put it on the MLS and I have a copy of the MLS, I'm just going to put it in here. If I get the pre-approval letter and I'm just going to throw it just get in the practice of just throwing everything in here. That way, when you're ready to close at the end of your transaction, you have everything already ready to go, uploaded to here. And I'm going to do a quick demonstration on how to upload. So say we had an extra addendum, right? So you're going to go here. Let me just do a little slower. You just go to attach like this, and you can attach things different ways, right? So if you're a Google Drive person and maybe you carry everything in your Google Drive, you can import from third party and connect your Google Drive and upload it directly from your Google Drive. If you save everything to your computer, and you want to upload it directly from your computer, you can go right here and click here, and you can upload something directly from your computer. I'm an email person. I get everything through my email. If you want to upload things, attachments that you got through your email, you can click email. And what it's going to do, it's going to populate. I'm on my computer, so it's obviously going to populate my inbox. I'm going to slide it over because it's on the other screen, just to show you what it looks like. Sorry, it's loading super slow.
Yeah, it's really easy, guys. You just really upload just like you just upload any other file and you put it all in there and then you can generate your own DA.
Yeah,
you know?
so this pretty much this is like an example of how easy it is to even do it from your actual inbox, right? So you click that little email thing, it'll populate here, and you can actually just slide over any documents, right? So let me do one that has an attachment here. So this one. So as an attachment, I could just slide everything over that I want from any of the emails. Just slide everything over. If I got everything through email and I just want to slide it over, I could do that. And then press send, and then it'll automatically upload that. Wow. So I'm just gonna just do a quick demonstration and upload one. I'm gonna pretend like we're uploading it from the computer. I'm just gonna upload this document. All right. So when you upload it, it's gonna say submitted. So that's how you know that you have the document there. And then if you click it, you can actually see what document you actually uploaded. So you, like I said, you have access to all this, right? So why not have everything uploaded? And if you need to download it, bam, you could download it. So say you need something later on for reference, maybe you have the appraisal and you want to reference it, or you need to send it out to someone. You already have it saved for your convenience. You can come in here, download it, attach it to an email, do whatever you need to do, and bam, you have it.
And the best thing is you can free up your email. I mean, you can delete your email because now you have it there. Because let me tell you, email, there will be a time where you have to pay for storage. I pay for storage because I have so many emails. I have over 36,000 114,641 in emails. It's a lot. But
Yeah, so just think of it. I just tell everybody all the time, just think of it like your filing cabinet. So we're gonna fast forward, right? We've completed the full transaction. We're obviously not gonna have the disbursement authorization yet because we're ready to request it, right? So we're gonna tell Scott, listen, I have a full file. I'm ready to request the DA. I'm gonna click off everything here that I wanna submit. Obviously there's nothing here, so I'm not gonna click those. Listing agreement, MLS, pre-approval, everything that I have, I'm gonna click here and I'm gonna go ready for review. Now, once I click ready for review, that's gonna notify Scott that all of these documents are ready for review and I'm ready for a DA. He's gonna go in, he's gonna upload, he's gonna have everything uploaded, he can create your file, he can look over everything, and he can distribute you a DA. You have a copy of all your documents. He has a copy of all your documents. We're not going back and forth through email, trying to figure things out. Less work on you and a little bit less work on the office as well.
and it also keeps accountability of what you close. So that way, when you get your 1099s, you can compare and say, okay, I have this, this, and this, all the DAs right here, because, it does get a little bit frustrating sometimes when, you got a closing, but we didn't have any paperwork to the day of closing, trying to put all that together. So it's better to have it all right here. And then it's good for you.
All this uploads to our accounting. So that's what Scott means by it. It's all connecting to our accounting department with the DAs.
Exactly.
So that's pretty much it on this end. I have a quick, one more quick thing I just wanted to show everybody too, that we've started adding. I hope everybody is trying to use Lone Wolf or trying to hop in little by little. I'm going to start doing small little videos. And like these, I'm going to upload to YouTube so everybody can do a search. Just try to give you guys as much resources as possible to learn the system. I know it's a lot. But here's the platform here. When you go in, it's platform.lwolf.com. And you should have your logins. For any given reason, if you haven't accessed your link yet, just reach out to me. I can resend you the link. Everybody's been sent the link. You just got to activate your account and you can hop right in. This is what it'll look like once you log in. We're going to click front office. We're going to go into front office. I was able to upload majority of the drive. We're still working on getting the rest of the drive uploaded, but resources tab is going to replace our drive. So you can see here, we have partner links for your convenience, Advisors Mortgage Contact. So this is just their, our website, CLA Title. This is their website. If you need contact information, Next Home Inspections, this is our inspector that we use. You can always click that for any information that you need, maybe pricing, contact information, whatever you need. Homeowners Insurance Agent, we use Tomas from Brightway. Obviously, these are just our partners. You can use whoever you want. This is just some helpful links. Real Estate Media, Next Real Estate Media. This is a link to his page displaying what he has for media. That's more just convenience stuff. logos. There's a few different logos. Obviously the Premier logo, the house logo. If you want to download any of these or you need them for any advertising tools, you can download them there. Templates. So any of the office templates. This is the new MLS member document. This is more for newer agents, kind of giving you all the training, or old agents if you want training information on the MLS. It has a full roadmap here. It's taking forever to load, but you can kind of go in and play with all this later on. So this is here with all the, this is a pretty big document. That's why it's taking forever to load, but you can look through that later. Important date template. If you're not sending out important dates within your emails, you should be to your
This
clients
is
as
just
well as
important.
you.
Sorry, the important date template makes you stand out beyond everybody else. You know, all you do is plug in the information and put the and give it to them as an important dates, because that's important. When you go to submit your offer, you submit it with the important date template. You know, and it's just a nice presentation. It really is.
And this is an example of one. Obviously, you could just copy and paste this. You're gonna have to edit dates. You know, obviously go through to make sure it's right? Not every transaction is gonna have a second escrow. So you might want to delete that line if you don't have a second escrow, but you should have the contract effective date, the first escrow, inspection period, association application, the loan commitment, the finance period, the closing date. This is just another example, but if you want to include any helpful contacts, you know, that you have pertaining to this transaction, those are always there. Even if you don't use this particular one, make something of your own, copy and paste this and create your own and make it specialized to you. Definitely should be going out with every transaction that you send.
Yeah, you can just do bullet points, very simple. But that just makes you stand out. That's all it does. It's, you know, otherwise the title company is gonna ask you for that information anyway.
Yeah, so that's here. It's a Microsoft document. It's open to you to edit, change, download, whatever, do whatever you want to do with it. There's a new call info sheet in here. This is just, you know, stuff that we've used in the past that's helped other agents. If you can utilize it, take it, it's yours. New call info sheet. And if you're getting on a call and you want to remember questions to ask when you're on the phone with a borrower, or you want to print it and write down when you're on the call with the borrower, definitely helpful. Office partner information, contact information, phone numbers. I think our office numbers are actually also on there. Our
Walkthroughs,
license
that's really
numbers,
important.
things of that nature. So
So
rental
everything, yeah.
walkthrough.
Yeah, everything's there. And I think we're gonna do a class on it with Katie in office. That way you guys can figure it out, because it's a lot. This platform offers a lot. And if you don't utilize it correctly, you miss out. You can actually do Boost on Facebook where it creates your own business. You do your own book of business. So it's a very good platform, and you use it every day anyway. But instead of getting the basic package, you're getting the elite package on that platform. The best, and I guarantee you, out of 5 real estate companies you ask, maybe only one of them is using it, because it's an expense, number one, but it's also everything you need under one shell.
Yeah, so all this, just to recap, is under that resources tab. You can go through it at your convenience. One main thing I do want to point out is this Premier YouTube training. This is going to be like the key component moving forward for all of our training videos. There are 3, which I'll click here through here now just to show you. These are extremely long, but they are great. I would definitely, if you didn't catch these Zooms, definitely try to go back and, you know, go on there and see. This is the CRM and Boost training we actually had with the company. This one is actually onboarding Premier Digital Office. So if you haven't set up your Premier Digital Office yet, this is going to give you a full rundown of how you do it, how you upload your picture, how you put in your information. Definitely recommend it. This one is transaction desk training. So this actually walks you through from A to Z, from the beginning of a transaction, putting in to sending out sending out signatures to get it signed, when it comes back, uploading the documents like I briefly just showed you. It is an hour long, so it's a long one. But moving forward, we're trying to make the videos more like quick, so that you'll be able to search here, search whatever you're looking for and find it. You know, pretty much how to write an addendum, you know, how to write a loan commitment extension addendum. Bam, it's there, and you can kind of utilize it for resources. So just to let you know, that's where we're going moving forward. But these are here for you for now until we get to the quicker videos to get onboarded completely onto Lone Wolf. But that's pretty much all I have, unless anybody has any questions.
Okay. Well, listen, I mean, listen, the market's still strong now. When the Hometown Heroes opens back up in July, it is imperative that you are in line in June. What I mean by that, if you got buyers looking, June summertime, people buy in the summer, period. So if you have buyers looking, you need to mention the Hometown Heroes because the funds will be gone probably within 60, I don't know, let's just say within a week, okay? If that. And then you're gonna have to be waiting again. So it's just flood it. If you don't know what Hometown Heroes is or you're confused at how it works, reach out to one of the girls, Osei or Katie. They will give it to you in detail. They're gonna put something on WhatsApp when we're done with this call, so you guys are reminded. But Hometown Heroes is a game changer for anybody that does not have the money. It's important. If you don't have the money, now you do. It's that simple. So, and if you and it's just a couple of small requirements that they're gonna have to have anyway if you do FHA. So if you can do it and you have a buyer that's on the fence because they don't have money, 5%, 5% of 400,000, you're talking $20,000, 20 grand. And that's who knows? You can go up to what, 700,000 FHA now? So that's $35,000 of help, just about. So I mean, if you don't use Hometown Heroes and you don't have somebody, even if you're buying a house for you, if you haven't owned a house in 3 years and you haven't bought a house in 3 years, you qualify for Hometown Heroes. And that gives you 5%, 5%. And if you do it as a real estate, you get 5% plus 3%. So you're not paying anything. You're literally buying a house with no money out of pocket, zero. So something to think about. All right, guys. Well, if you have any questions about that, just reach out to Katie or say they're going to put it on the group text where you guys are familiar with it. Other than that, have a great rest of the day and happy Easter to everybody.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.